Hello everyone, Tristan Freeman here, and welcome to my MUX 13 video. And we'll dive right in. What went well and didn't go well when building the native app? As far as what went well, I did most of the coding last week, so I kind of got a little bit of a head start, a little more time to maybe play around a little bit this week, see what works, what didn't. For the most part, everything went really well. What I wanted translated fairly easily for the most part. As far as what didn't go well, the tab bar, I've been trying to research into getting it so that once you log in, the home button changes to profiles, and I couldn't quite figure it out. It looked very in-depth from what I saw, and instead I have the home and profiles both in the tab bar. The only issue with that now is that once you are at the main screen not logged in, you can still hit profiles and get through. So I tried to turn that tab off until you get logged in, and I couldn't quite figure out how to get it activated again once you're into the screen. The other thing that didn't really go so well was my picker view. I'm not sure at this point if I would keep the picker view. I liked it at first, but seeing how complicated it can be, I may do something else for the customization that I like. But I did finally figure out how to get the images in here. I created a mutable array, created 3 different UI image views, and then knitted those with the image name of what I wanted, and then I added those objects to the mutable array. And then from there on, it was pretty much the same as you would to populate normally with text. However, once I did that, it got rid of the text that I already had. So if I go down to, I have the title for row, which I set up if the component equals 0, trying to get the first one, then return my settings option, which was the text. And then I used the picker view for row for the icons. And it seems to be that the icons overwrite the title for row part. So that's something that I've been playing with, couldn't quite get figured out in time. Aspects of my application that were best presented as native components, the login. I made the mistake last week of letting my own thoughts override some kind of common sense. So I put that back up here. And that's the main change that I went as far as native. I did try and do the picker view, of course, trying to keep native. Didn't work out quite like I hoped. What aspects of the app were customized to create a unique brand? For that, essentially, I did a new color scheme. Looking back now, what I had before, I realized that it was kind of loud and possibly obnoxious to a lot of users. I've been trying to find a color scheme that kind of feels warm and inviting and comforting in a way. So this week I went with more earthy tones. It's kind of a beige yellowish for the main background with the brown and stuff, and then just a muted green. Now I did add in an edit button. It's not functioning right now. It pops up an alert that this is where you would edit the list of medications. I went with a light gray for that to try and still keep the muted color scheme, but not have the edit and the add button blend in. And then down on the tab bar, I changed the selected icon color to a light gray, and the text for the tab bars was very hard to read with the standard white. So I went ahead and did that black. I tried the icons black too, but it was really loud and harsh on the eyes. So I left the text so it's readable, and it still kind of, I think, matches the light gray of the tab bar icons. What aspects of the app integrity were easily translated to Objective-C? Pretty much all of it, with the exception of that picker view and the tab bar. Transferring from the Interface HD app into Xcode, I can see how it works, the way it worked, and it worked fine with that. So I see how it's done programmatically, but I'm still not quite there as far as knowing how to create all of these things with just code. I can pick it apart a little bit, so like I said, I understand it, but I'm not completely sure how to recreate it on my own. And then how satisfied was I with the overall experience and performance in the class? I think I've learned a lot. Or I feel like I have. I feel like I finally learned much more what looks good and invokes the feelings that I want for the app. These are not medical colors, but I think this week especially has taught me that my app doesn't have to be medical colors. If the feel that I'm going for is soothing and comfort, muted, earthy tones can do that as well. It doesn't have to be the typical blue, red, and green kind of medical-y colors. And I think this color scheme also makes my main logo with the red stethoscope really pop and show up better. It kind of gives it a little bit more of a wow factor. So, but overall, I really enjoyed this class. It's been an interesting experience. It's something that I'm going to have to continue with the user testing for this app before I can get it finalized and out there in the market. But I think I'm leaving this class with a little more confidence in that and a little more confidence in my abilities. But that's it for my reflection video. So thank you everyone for watching, and have a great day.